What is up, beautiful YouTube family? Thank you guys for tuning back into Wilburn Reactions. I have another fun video for you guys. This recently came in after request. I did a top 10 bands, artists as it stands so far on this channel. And one of you guys were like, hey, why don't you do female artists? And I had to think back and be like, how many female artists have I actually reacted to on this channel if I have enough to actually give you guys my tops? So I do have enough. Some artists I didn't include because I've only done like maybe one or two or maybe one reaction, so I really couldn't judge them. So some artists that female artists that I have reacted to on this channel, I have not included into this list. But let me tell you guys something. This list was way harder to do than all of the rock bands that I've reacted to on this channel. This list was complicated. Like, I was scratching and scribbling and moving stuff around. Like, dude, this was so hard. Like, it was ridiculous because I love so many of these female artists, and they're all like phenomenal. Like, they're all elite. So it was like, man, like, who do I put in this place? So it was tough. It was tough, but I certain voices just sway me a certain direction. So let's see, guys. I hope you guys are ready, but there's 7 on this list. Or is there 7? Let me look at my list again. I might be forgetting someone. Okay, I'm not. I am. I knew I was. I left someone off. See, I almost got myself in trouble. I almost got myself in trouble. It's 8. It's going to be 8 on this list. All right, we're ready. All right, coming in at number 8. And I know you guys are probably going to be like, really? Way down there? But hey, when you see this list, you're probably going to understand. So coming in at number 8 on my list is Beth Hart. I love her dearly, but this competition in this list is superior. She has a superior voice, but the ones on top of her is the reason. But Beth is a phenomenal singer. She's not 8 because she sucks or anything. She's a phenomenal singer. It's just this list is very difficult. But I love Beth Hart and what she's done, the covers she's done, the songs. It's phenomenal. I can't take away from her greatness. And her voice, I mean, she can cover wide ranges with her vocals. So it was rough, Beth. I'm sorry. But you're still great. Number 7, Enya rolled in. I love Enya. She has a unique style. It's very different from a lot of artists. I've never heard a style like hers. It was very difficult to put her in her slot too. But just their songs, a few songs that I have reacted to, and I've heard other songs of Enya outside of just this reaction channel. She has a way to, like, where I can just listen to her and vibe to her like alone. Like, she just has that voice, and it's pure. It's pure. It's very nice. So she came in at 7. Coming in at 6 is Linda Ronstadt. She was another one that I fell in love with immediately when I reacted to her. You guys showed me she can sing in Spanish, and then her other sides, and then she had like this phenomenal, my first reaction, I can't think of the song, but she had this phenomenal sound to her, like just pure, and her levels of octaves, like high octaves she can hit, like really persuade me. So like I said, this list was very difficult, guys, but Linda definitely made the cut, and I love you guys introducing me to her. Coming in at, what was I at 6, because my list is all jacked up. So 5. It was rough for me to do this one. It was really rough. Janis Joplin came in at 5, and I know you guys are gonna be like, what? You love Janis? How the hell you put her down there? And I'm like, dude, this list, like I said. So Janis, you guys know how big of a fan. If you haven't seen my reactions to Janis, go check them out, and you will see how I feel about Janis. I love Janis dearly. She has that soul to her. No other singer on this list has. It's just raw, pure. You feel her pain that she went through. You feel everything about her. She makes you feel her songs. And that's what I fell in love with most about Janis. She makes you feel what she is singing or what she is feeling. You will feel it every time you hear her music. So that's one thing. And she had a huge passion. You can tell that passion was there. That drive was there. You can't take that away from that woman. So I had to give her that. Coming in at 4, I had to squeeze this woman in. This is one of my favorite singers, actually. Female singers. I love her dearly as Sade. Sade has a unique style, unique voice. I was actually introduced to Sade through my dad in my earlier years, and I fell in love with that woman ever since. She has that jazzy vibe about her. I learned from you guys she had a band. You know, it's a band that follows her. It's not Sade. She has a band, or not follows her, but it's actual band, and I never knew that about her. But Sade had a way. She caught my ear at an early age. My dad used to play, and I'm like, man, Smooth Operator was the one. And I was like, man, I love her. And ever since then, I never stopped listening to Sade. Sade is a phenomenal singer. She is phenomenal. So that's why she's so high on the chart. I mean, I fell in love with her early, and I have to put her high up there because she was introduced to me so early. And her talent just says it all, though. It's just phenomenal. Number 3, my girl Karen Carpenter. Karen Carpenter easily fell in number 3 slot. She could have went higher on this chart. By means, I could have gave it to her by her being a drummer and me being a drummer. Right there was a passion there. I mean, we had that connection, Karen. But just a sweet voice, a sweet woman. Her backstory is amazing and phenomenal. It's sad to say how she went when you guys told me that. But this woman has a voice of an angel, and nobody can outdo her. She's just Karen and such a sweet spirit. You can tell whenever she sings or you watch her, she has this sweet spirit about her. Like, you could tell she was a humble and sweet person, just through everything she done. And then when I saw her drum solo, you see this sweet woman when she sings. You wouldn't think she had this raw nastiness about her when she touched the drum set. Like, you don't see a woman like her. Her frame and everything about her didn't match the solo. Like, I didn't see it in her. And when she touched the drum set, it's like she has it. She has that power to kill the drum set, slap those skins. So I was amazed when I saw that. But much love to Karen and rest in peace. My number 2 slot, Joni Mitchell, man. Whew. This woman right here. You're talking about diversity. This woman could give you any type of genre you want, any type of sound. She could bring it to the table any way you want it, however you want it served on a platter. She's going to serve it to you. Joni, man, when I first got introduced to Joni, she blew me away. But what kept blowing me away is every time she was like reacting to Yes or like Led Zeppelin. Every time I clicked another song or you guys suggested another song, it was something different every single time. Like, she gave me a different style. You're like, oh, watch this style of Joni. Here's another style of Joni. Like, Joni, how many styles do you have? And it's like she executed every style. So it's like, man, Joni could have made it in the number 1. But when I say who number 1 is, you'll understand why she didn't. But Joni could have slid right up there. But number 1, it was only fair and only right. I give it to the lady who paved the way, I think, for a lot of these artists. And she had so many tracks out there that you guys told me about, and I never knew that about her. She holds, I forgot what the number is, but she holds the title. But her voice definitely does give her the title too. And she's such a sweet and beautiful woman. But I have to give it to Dolly. Dolly takes number 1 by a landslide. And just the ground she's covered with so many songs. Her voice is so beautiful. The iconic song that I can't even think. I'm losing my dang thoughts right now because I was ready to run at 100 miles an hour to tell you. But the iconic song that Dolly did, and I got to look behind me because I can't even think of Whitney Houston's freaking name right now because I'm running 1,000 miles an hour. But when Whitney did the cover to that, then I've always heard Whitney's cover to that song. And I never knew that it was Dolly's song until I came to this channel. And then when I listened to Dolly's version, it was like, man, Dolly, that's Dolly's song. Dolly has a phenomenal voice. And every other song I reacted to Dolly, I mean, her voice is so soft and sweet too. Man, it's just, and then her look, she had that image, with her. She not only did she have the vocal, she had the image. And she's Dolly, guys. I had to put her in that slot. So this list, like I told you guys, it took me forever to sit here and write this list out. I was like sweating, like, I wish I still had the paper's here, but I wish I had the original paper where I was like moving stuff around. It was crazy, but that's how I feel about this list. It's still like questionable in my head. Like my top 3, I'm for sure standing with, but that bottom 5, it can move. It really can just move around. But all of these artists are phenomenal. I just love to do these videos because it's fun to do like what I've reacted to and how I feel. It's nothing to take away from any of these artists. They're all phenomenal. They don't belong on a top 10, as we all say. No band belongs on a top 10. But it is. They have Billboard 100s. They have the top songs, so why not? But like I said, all of these artists definitely are just phenomenal icons, and I'm glad to have experience and still is experiencing their music and what they left behind and legacies they are living still to this day. It's an enjoyable journey, and I'm loving every bit of it. But I had to drop this video and let you guys see my other top on the female artist side. But thank you guys for tuning back into my channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video.